starts. I welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode. This is actually episode 10 of the Trailblazers Media Podcast. I'm excited. Episode 10, it has to be special because 10 is a good number. And today I have a good friend of mine. We met quite a few years ago. We haven't talked in a while, but I had to put him on because I'm trying to expand with the podcast. I've been having mostly artists here, and now I want to try to bring some people that are doing something in the business world, that are doing something with their careers that is special, whether they entrepreneurs or whatnot, or they have something special to bring for the people trying to maximize their potential when it comes to their financial freedom, to their careers, to the impact that they have in the world. So I could have none other than the running member of the Mukaware Mozambique. He is Elton Chiau. My guy, how you doing, man?
Hey, what's up, bro? Thank you for
All
having me
good?
here. It's a
Hey,
pleasure.
man.
I
Hey,
never
man.
been in a podcast before. This is my first time, so I'm
Really?
excited about it.
Damn, I hope to make your first experience a good one, bro. I hope to make your first
I
experience a
hope that too, bro.
good. So, just you have your socks company, Mukaware
Yes,
Mozambique,
yeah.
right? When did that start? When did that start? When did you start operating it?
It all started August 2019, last year. And
Oh, it's been
the
over a
funny
year
thing,
now.
yeah, and the funny thing is that it started a day before my 23rd birthday. So it was
Damn,
kind of a, a, a gift
damn,
that I gave to
special.
myself. Exactly.
Yeah, yeah, I feel that. I
Yeah.
feel that. And before that, how long did you have it in your head? How long were you planning on it and, putting things in place before you actually started operating on August last year?
Actually, I never had a specific plan. Nothing about business plans, strategies, and stuff like
Yeah.
um those business advices that you get on in the
Mm-hmm.
internet and the books. I never went through all that. What had
Yeah.
happened is that I always had this thing in my mind that I gotta do something, but I never knew what to do exactly.
Mm.
Um, I'm talking about a side hustle. But then
Yeah.
it all started with a book, to be honest. I read this book
Okay.
about, I don't know if you ever heard about, like, You Can Be Rich. It's a Mozambican book.
Okay.
And then that was the
Okay.
first book that I read, by the way. I never had this culture
The
or habit
habit
of reading books.
book.
So I
Yeah.
read this book. And the funny thing is, I read the book, and within 3 days, the book was done. And then,
Yeah.
right after I read the book, I went to this Fasi, and I met
Yeah.
this guy
Yeah.
who was a manufacturer of socks. And I always
Mm.
loved happy socks and those funny socks.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's when it all started.
Oh, so you met the guy, and you pretty much you just had a light bulb moment that you were like, "Yo, let me try doing this with the socks," and that's how you
Exactly,
started.
exactly. Like, it's something
Oh,
that
that's
I love, and I think that's the rule number one if you wanna do if you
mm,
wanna join the entrepreneurship life. You gotta sell
yeah.
what you love or something that you buy. So
Mm,
that's how it started.
that's how it started, man. That's dope. That's deep. So, first, just explain to people like shortly what your business is about. What's the vision?
Okay,
What is it? What it's all about? Yeah.
okay. Muka Wear first. It's a clothing brand, not a company, not something huge at the moment.
Yeah.
And we want to make um we want to establish, or we want to improve, we want to bring something new to our culture, to the way we dress, the way we address to people. If you
Mm,
see, or if you notice, people don't use happy socks, and they have a really funny, and something that I don't like about it, when they talk about them, which is you
Mm,
don't wear funny socks, you don't wear like those colored
yeah.
socks, because it's sometimes it's rude going for meetings while you're
Mm-hmm.
having a suit and funny socks. Those type of arguments that I think it's wrong, because we are adapting to new trends. So
Mm-hmm.
that's what we're trying to do. We want to change. We want to make our
Okay.
culture and the way we dress a different way.
Yeah, bring a different perspective into it. I love it,
Exactly.
man. I
So
love it.
funny socks is just it was just the first thing that we had, but we have plans to bring like more things rather than socks.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. That's dope. I'll definitely want to talk about that. But before I we go there, you mentioned that you always wanted to have this side hustle. You just didn't know what it was, but you wanted to have a side hustle.
Yes.
Right now with Mookaware, is it still a side hustle or is it your main thing now that you focus on? Or is it still a
Actually,
side
it's
hustle?
still a side hustle. But the
Okay.
thing is, I try to spend most of the hours that I have when I'm not working on my main job. I try to
Yeah.
spend the most of the time with my side hustle, which is Mookaware.
Okay. And do you want to just keep it as a side hustle or you intend to eventually turn it into the only thing you're doing?
Exactly. I have this thing of doing it full time and making my job as a
Uh-huh.
side hustle. I want to switch.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. That'll be dope, man. That'll be dope. Like the first thing whenever I see the photographs on Instagram of your brand, I'm just like, it's so consistent, man. And I used to study branding and be super deep into design, and I know how hard it is to make a brand consistent to the vision, the the visuals of it, make it all consistent, and people look at it and be like, "Yo, this." I don't even have to read what the Instagram page is just by seeing an image. I can be like, "Yo, this feels like it's smoke aware," even without me knowing beforehand that it is. It's just super dope, man. So I just want to congratulate you for that because I know how hard it is to make a super consistent brand. Was that something that you had in mind that you wanted it to be like that, or you just working with dope people that know how to make it happen?
Exactly. To be honest, when it all started, it was really creep. I mean, it was really crap. I didn't have that great content that you see today. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and with time, as I said before, I try to spend most of the time that I have when I'm not working, or I use my free time to spend on Mookaware, to try to develop and bring something new every time, every day, every hour, every week, every month.
Mm,
So
yeah.
I really studied branding, but not that I did my researches. I wrote this book, which is I Am My Brand. I don't know if you ever heard about it.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
No, no, I
which
haven't.
they talk about. I think it's even. Let me see. I have it. I have it here.
Okay.
So it gives you some tips on how to build your brand and some type of mistakes that we all make at the beginning. So there's many mistakes that I avoided, which I could have
Okay.
went through if I didn't read the book. So what
Mm,
you see today, it's something that we worked on like for the past 6 months. I've been working with dope people. I have a really nice
yeah.
ambassador. I have nice graphic designers. I have photographers. I have digital marketers working with
Yeah.
me. So it's something that we're working on, and with time, we promise. And I'm sure that it will be better than today.
Yeah. 100%, bro. Just for reference for people, the book "I Am My Brand" that you're talking about is by Kobe Springer. Is that the one?
Exactly, exactly.
Okay, so it is I Am My Brand: How to Build Your Brand Without Apology by Kobe Stringer. If y'all want to check out, that's the book that Elton is referring to here. I Okay, man, that's dope. And I want to touch a bit more, just one more time, on the origin of the thing. So, what I want to touch on is the fact that you just took action, because usually I see this a lot, and it happens with me too. We get an idea, we have an opportunity, but then we sit and we want to think about it, and then we try to make a plan and we start overthinking, what if this goes right, like it's a whole thing, right?
Yeah,
But from the story that you told me, you just jumped right in. You read the book, you went to Facine, you found someone, and then you just took action and took action and took action. Is that correct?
exactly. That's the mindset that
uh,
I'm trying to keep since day one. Um, the thing that you just said now, most people they have multiple ideas, and
uh,
out of those ideas, they could bring something really big, but then they
mm,
just overthink and they give up. They give up, and it's really frustrating when you see those ideas getting getting I mean those ideas getting real by someone else,
yeah,
and then
yeah,
you just start how do I say, you just regret that you never took action, and then your
mm,
idea is getting used by someone else. So I never
mm,
wanted to be in that place. So every time that I have an idea and I know I can make it happen, I make it happen real quick.
mm,
And that's the mindset that I try to keep.
yeah. That's dope. That's dope, man. And speaking of books, are there any books that you're currently reading?
Um, at the moment, I read books every day. So I
Mm-hmm.
just finished the book yesterday. And now I'm reading this book of Tony Robbins, which is
Awaken the
the
Giant.
no, the monk that sold his Ferrari.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. All right, that's dope, man. I've heard about the book. Also, my reading is a bit different. I have tons of books. I have hundreds of books, but I never managed to finish them unless they really, really captivate me. And this style of writing is good. So I've only finished like four books probably, but I have and know of many of them. So that's something that I have to work on, to the reading habit, to get
I
the
think
millionaire reading habit.
the
Yeah,
advice that I'll give you about reading books is don't read books just because someone referred and said the book is so good, the book is nice.
yeah.
Read those books that you feel like this book will help me.
Yo, I can't hear you properly, bro. I
No,
can't hear. It sounds like the mic is far.
okay, I was saying, can you hear me now?
Yeah, yeah. Now I can hear you.
Yeah, I was saying the advice that I'll give you regarding your reading. Um,
Yeah.
don't read books because people refer or say the book is nice or they give like good reviews about them. Read books
Mm,
that you feel like they're going to solve an issue that you're going through or
mm,
something that you identify yourself with.
mm,
Let's say, for example, right now you just drop out of school and there's this book of the guy that became successful when he dropped out of school like
yeah.
in his last year when he was just about
Yeah.
to graduate. So those type of things that you have to keep in mind when you think or you want to read the book.
Yeah. That's great advice. That's great advice. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. That's great advice. To read the things that are relevant in your life, not just read at random. See what's
Exactly.
relevant,
Don't
what's
just
really
read random
happening.
books.
Yeah. Yeah. I feel that's great advice. And also for the people listening, find the way that you better learn, because if it's something visual, if it's a video on YouTube or a podcast, I can stay hours just learning. But for whatever reason, when it comes to words and reading, I get very slow there. So find the style that better works for you, whether it's video, reading, drawing, whatever the fuck it is that helps you better learn and retain information. Find the shit and use it to your advantage. All right.
Exactly.
So now that you're running MochaWare, just to have an idea of where your mind is, uh, do you like in the next couple, let's say in the next 10 years, do you see yourself just working on MochaWare and building a brand and being something that is super long term, or are you just doing it for now and then eventually you like to have a different type of business or a different type of venture? Like, where is your mind when it comes to the super long term and what you're doing now?
Yeah. To be real honest, um,
Yeah.
it's not just my business. I'm the one. I would say that I'm the owner, or I'm in charge of
Okay.
the manager at the moment. But I have
Yeah.
people working with me,
Okay.
and
Okay.
it all started with my parents as well. You know,
Oh, okay.
they had this how do I say it? They told me that we could make something big, a family business, and
Mm,
could be like a long-term business, something that could be generational. So this is
yeah.
the plan with Mukaware. As I
Mm,
said, it started with socks, but it's not just about socks.
okay. You can expand. Yeah. That's interesting. That's nice, man. That's nice. I like that. I like that. And in this year, what is like a big lesson that you didn't expect? Something unexpected that happened or whatnot that in the beginning in August 2019 you could have not uh imagined that it would happen like that. What's that unexpected thing that has happened this far?
Um, Actually, I have this huge. I wouldn't say huge. Like that was the most impactful lesson that I had this year, which was
Yeah.
I had all my sales. I had the target number of sales. So when
Yeah.
I achieved them, I I I I I I, I promised all my staff that we'll celebrate and stuff, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
But then
Oh, that's
I'm not just a business owner or a manager. I also try to invest in other things.
mm,
So I made the
mm,
huge mistake of using Mukaware's budget and invest in some other companies, and that went all
mm,
wrong.
okay.
That was like complete money loss, and I had to
Okay.
make Mukaware come up again in terms of
Yeah.
finances. So
Okay.
that happened like in May, and we needed the money like in July. So I had 2 months to hustle hard,
Mm,
really hard, and make things happen.
mm,
And I managed to get all the money back, doing some getting loans and those all the tricks that I could do, I did,
yeah.
and everything went well. Thank God. We got our new image. We have a new logo. We
Mm,
got a new collection. We signed with a new ambassador. We have new partnerships with another another clothing brands,
yeah.
and we are looking forward to bring some new items by the end. I mean, by the end of the year or even before that.
Mm, that's dope, man. That's dope. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay, just the waves there stopped. I'm curious. I'm real curious in terms of when that mistake happened that you took the money and then you invested it in the business and whatnot. How did that affect the team? Because you're not working by yourself, right? So I'm
Yeah.
imagining that happens, and then how did your team feel about it? How did you gain their trust back? How was that? How did that work?
Actually,
How did
what
you get
happened
there?
is that I never told my team that that happened. I
Really?
just, yeah,
Damn.
yeah, since I'm the manager and they just had to do
Uh-huh.
the work that they had to do. They're not like decision maker people,
Mm,
so
mm,
they don't need to know what is going on the background.
okay.
So I
Okay.
just found myself ways that I could pay them and then hustle hard so that everything could keep in pace and they didn't notice that that thing happened.
Uh, Okay. So it didn't really have any effect in the business because you're able
Exactly.
to get it. You get it.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay. How many guys are you work how many people are you working with now?
Right now we're four.
Four.
Yeah, four.
Oh, all right. Four working I can't even say full time because even you're not working full time, but four that are constantly working on it, or is it on a
Exactly.
freelance basis?
Exactly.
Constantly.
We are four. Yeah, exactly. We are four working
Okay.
like the same way that I work, but
Yeah.
they jobs are not complex as mine because they have something specific to do.
Yeah, yeah, I feel it. I feel it. So when it comes to the strategy, what markets you're gonna go and ask, what type of product, how you want to expand the partnerships, that is all you.
Yeah, all me.
All right, all right. How did you learn that? Are you learning now in the job, or did you have any previous
Um,
training, books, experience,
actually,
mentor?
I'm a curious guy. I always want to know more than I know now. I've
Yeah.
I went through some courses on Udemy, Coursera, and some other platforms, and never had
Mm,
the intent of learning because I want to run a business or I want something else. I just want to know that I know. I just wanted to make
yeah.
sure that I know. Let's suppose I have this conversation and people are talking about digital marketing. I don't want to be behind them. I always want to
Mm,
know what they're talking about, even if I don't have like a deep knowledge about it. But the basics is always good. So that's
yeah.
how I learned. And then when I started Mukaware and I was working with Mukaware, I decided that I would get some specific, let's say, specific knowledge about everything: marketing, accounting, branding, social media, marketing, digital marketing, everything that's regarding that help us
Mm,
to have our business stable and also make our team working good.
mm, mm, mm. Okay. Okay. Um. Okay, I'm processing through it. So I think this is an important point to stress upon because some people do get hung up on the fact that, oh man, for me to run a business or whatever, I have to have a degree for me to really know what's happening and all that. And I always say the amount of information that's available on the internet is crazy. It's crazy.
Exactly. Exactly.
Literally all you need is your laptop, an internet connection, even your phone and an internet
Exactly. You don't
connection,
even need the
and
laptop.
yeah, and you can learn like anything, literally anything, mostly
Exactly.
for free. Some of it you're gonna have to pay, blah blah blah, if you want maybe very specific things, but most of it for free, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, the only problem is that you
Mm,
gotta practice everything that you learn.
yeah.
So that's the only thing that can stop. I mean, not stop, that can make your process slower. But
Mm,
you can learn anything, you can be anything. Just let's say the internet gives you those resources.
yeah. Yeah. It really does, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
What for anyone out there listening, they want to start something. Maybe they have idea, maybe they're not. They mustering up the courage or whatnot, and they really want to do something, but for whatever reason they feel stuck, or they feel some kind of blockage or whatever, and they can't move. and make something happen, what would be three pieces of advice based on your experience thus far that you would give to that person?
Um, I think I've mentioned that before, but it's not a problem to mention it again. Number one, just start it. Don't
Yeah.
overthink, don't think about business plan, those type of things. Just start it, and then you'll see afterwards what is all the things that you need.
Mm,
Because sometimes we just make plans, we have ideas that to run a business, I need this, I need that, and then when you business, sometimes you even see
mm,
that I didn't need all that. All
mm,
I need is just to make a move and start. You need to take action. That's my number one
mm,
advice. Number two, make everything with passion. If you don't have passion, just live it. Without passion, you don't
yeah.
do nothing. The first, the first problem, the first headache that you find, you're gonna live in. And if you don't have passion,
Mm,
you're not going anywhere. And rule number
mm,
three, try to make things work with people that have the same vision that you have. Don't just
mm,
bring
mm,
random people because they see or you think they're like really good people and they have the skills that might
mm,
take your business to another level. Work with people that have the same vision that you have, even if they
mm,
don't have the
mm,
skills that you need or the skills that will make your business peak. Just help them to get where they need to be, and with time they're gonna work as good as you're working too.
mm, mm, mm. Now, let me ask a question about that. The third point, which I
Okay.
find interesting. Of the four people that you're working with, are you working with any friends, close friends, or just friends, or is it just people that you met through
Yeah, I have. Yeah,
networking?
I
Or
I do I do have a friend working with me,
okay,
and what happened is at the first he didn't have the same vision that I have
uh,
as I mentioned.
uh,
But then
yeah,
because it was an outsider, so I talked to him. We had this conversation. I gave my my opinion. I said that he
uh,
could be a really nice. He could be nice if he was a member of the team and we could do something big. And that's before we had those the, the image or before having
uh,
all said that you see on our page. If
uh,
you have the
yeah,
content, if you have everything that you see and you like it, you see that it's consistent. It's because he's working hard and he's getting better every day.
uh,
So with
uh,
time, we all went to the same point and we have the same vision at the moment. And sometimes he even have like ideas or he has those pros. How do I say? Like with time, he started noticing that we have a really huge um we're a really nice prospect. We have prospect of getting even global.
uh,
We have this
yeah,
idea of being part of, let's say, more we might be. We might have Muko where, let's say, it's a big dream, but we could be in Paris Fashion Week, I suppose.
yeah,
Not just with
yeah,
socks, as I said. We have plans to bring more things than socks.
yeah,
So he is the only friend that I had. The rest is just people that I got by reference, and I had people that they proposed to work with us, but they're no longer working with us.
uh,
And we have also have the plan to bring more people to work with us, but it's still on the process.
okay, okay, okay. Uh, when you started and you got the people into work in the beginning, as you were starting it, were you already paying them a salary, or did they just begin like, yo, man, guys, we're trying to make this work. We don't have any revenue yet. Let's just work until the point, and then you're able to pay them a salary, or from the get go, from day one, you're able to pay them a salary.
At the beginning, I was there wasn't a salary, but
Mm,
what I tried to do is I always wanted to have all the costs by myself. Let's
mm,
say, for example, for the social media manager, I also
yeah,
made sure that she has data, that she has all everything that she needs to work. She doesn't have
mm,
to take money out of her pocket or his pocket to do the work that is required for Mukaware.
okay,
And that happened till July of this year. From August, I
mm,
decided that like everyone will get like a minimum. It's not something big because we're
yeah,
just here for the year. So, and I said we're a company, it's a brand. So I
yeah,
just made them. I just decided. We just decided that we could get like a basic salary for everyone.
mm,
So
mm,
everyone
that's
that
dope.
works with Mukaware get paid.
So at the beginning, they were really pretty just working out of passion. They just thought it was a dope idea, and that they would hop
Exactly.
in and go with it.
Exactly.
That's dope, man. That's dope. That's very dope, man. That's very dope. I like that. I like that a lot. And the other question that I wanted to know is, you said that you're working with one friend, and then the vision at the beginning wasn't aligning, but then you got to the same point where you could see the same thing and all that. Was it difficult working with a friend? Because I've had previous experiences of working with friends, and it can be interesting. It can be interesting. So how was it for you? Was it normal? Did you have some specific obstacles? How was it?
Actually, the only obstacle that we had it was the deadlines. It was really hard
Mm,
to 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 to, to fulfill all the deadlines that we established first. Like delivery time was
mm,
really longer than we used to determine. So that was the only problem
mm,
that we faced. But with time, we no longer had those issues, and we are working really nice till today.
mm. That's dope, man. That's dope. That's crazy, man. That's crazy. It's good to know, man. I always enjoy seeing the young people out here doing the things that they fuck with, the things that they're passionate about, and making it work.
That's
That's a good thing,
outstanding.
making it
That's
work,
outstanding.
making it work, not giving up, and all that. What
Exactly.
are you checking around like and seeing other businesses and other brands, other local brands that you're like, yo, I fuck with this brand and whatnot. Do you have any of those in mind, or you're not paying too much attention to that?
Okay. Um, yes, there are some brands that I would say that they're really um they they're really dope, and there's some that I still don't know where they're standing
Mm,
in, but yes, there are some brands that I would fuck with.
all right, that's what's up. Any ones that come to mind? Any names? Because I'm curious. I
Yes,
don't know
there
many
is
much.
Baldi Tier, there is Shizoro. Um,
Yeah,
Actually, those are just the main ones that it comes to my mind when
fuck
we
up.
talk about brands.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that there aren't other brands but that those are the brands that comes quick.
that
They're
come to
just
mind.
caught on to my mind when we talk about brands.
Mm, mm. That's dope, man. I like seeing what's happening here on Mars, man. That's great. Just for reference or background, what course did you study in college?
I did bachelor's of computer of engineering.
Computer engineering.
Yes, computer engineering.
That's dope. That's dope. No dreams of having a tech company, nothing. Nah.
Not really. If yeah, if that's the case, probably as I said before. That would be a side
mm,
hustle
mm,
because
mm,
I'm even working or making Mukaware as my full time job. I would never just be working at Mukaware, you know. These
mm,
days, especially in Mozambique, it's really tough to just have one income and just working on some one only thing. You have to
one thing.
build some multiple streams of income. Like you
Yeah.
can be an investor in stocks, bonds, and all those things. But a tech company probably wouldn't be mine. I wouldn't own, but I would work with, I would collab with, and some other things.
Mm, mm, okay. And yeah, about investing, you mentioned that you invested in some companies and it didn't go quite as you expected. Uh, but do you see yourself doing it again, investing in some other company some other time in the future, or would you be more into like investing into stocks, bonds, and shit like
Yes,
that?
yes, I see myself investing in companies, especially when at the beginning. But I wouldn't make the same mistake. But yes, I would still invest in companies because what it happened is just that I messed with the with
Yeah,
I invested with the
with
money that I
having
didn't
profit.
that I wasn't
Yeah.
supposed to invest. But investing will always be there for me. I will always invest if it's not in a
Mm,
business, if it's not on someone, because even investing on someone is really nice. There are many people out here that are working really, really hard and they deserve to be way higher than they are right now. All they need is someone that believes and invests in them. So
mm,
that's something that I really, really want to do in the near future. So yes,
mm, mm, that's dope. Any um how are you learning about investing? How are you learning the ins and outs of investing? Or again, is it something that you're just like, yo, I just want to get it and I'm going to learn as I do it? Or did you have are you currently with any resources that are helping you learn the process of investing and etc.?
just with courses, experiences, and I try to get to know people that are already doing what I want to do. Not
Mm,
just about
I see.
investing, but everything, just even running a business.
Mm,
And things that I also did or do, like my main job is I'm an IT consultant, so I try
yeah.
um to get to know people that are doing or they did the same thing that I do with a better experience and with the know-how.
Mm, mm. When you say meet people, you mean all local people, or you also talking about like people anywhere in the world that are
Anywhere
doing
in the
that?
world, anywhere in the world. Because for some instance,
Okay.
I didn't I got my degree from India, so sometimes I expect to meet people from other places with other type of experiences with other markets who have been working with other type of um, markets and industries as well.
Uh, uh, that's dope. Plus, as you said, at a certain point, you want to make Mocha a global brand and shit. So you gotta be tapped in with the different markets and shit.
Exactly.
That's dope, man. That's dope. That's dope, man. Anything else that you have been experimenting with or even exploring? Anything else that you've been exploring that has been because you said that you're a very curious person? Anything else that's been occupying your mind these days in 2020?
Actually, that's all about. As I said, I've been reading more books than before. I just started reading books in August 2019, and
Mm,
it became an habit till today.
mm,
Um, I'm an IT consultant since January 2019, and it never came to my mind that I would be running a business today. But yes,
Mm,
that's what I'm doing, and I keep my mind busy and trying to bring new things, trying to innovate, trying to make our clients, people that are watching us, satisfied and happy with us.
that's what's up, man. That's what's up. I see a bright future for that. It has a special thing, your brand, man. Somehow, like, uh, it's like I wouldn't know for sure, but it's something that I just feel that that brand specifically that you're building, that you guys are building out, the four of you are building, it just feels very authentic. You don't feel like you're just selling it just because you want to make some money and shit. It really feels like, yo, this guy's really having fun doing what they're doing. They really like
And
enjoy the market that they currently in, and that just brings it to a different level compared to other things. Like it brings a different energy into the customers and potential customers, which is very dope, man. And I really appreciate you for that brand and what you're doing with it.
thank you,
It's
man. That's
different.
the motto. That's our motto.
Hey, it's different, bro. Have you rather reached that port that
Yeah, yeah, I had.
um, oh yeah, just wanted to because man, that book changed my life. I can't lie. It changed my life, man. I was seeing things in such a different way before reading the book. It's one of those moments that is like from that moment on, and the day I finished that book, I feel like I was a different person. I was thinking differently. That book is dope, man. That book is dope. So I recommend to anyone listening right now looking for a book to read, just get that, reach that, poor dad, and get on it. Super dope, man.
Is
What
that
did
I
you
will
think of
also
it?
recommend. I will also recommend that book. I know many people that they have told me the same thing that you just said. That book changed. That book changes
Yeah,
and still change people's lives. The story,
always, bro.
experiences, and everything in that book is another thing.
Hey, it's super deep, man.
I,
Super
I won't
valuable
I
book.
won't I won't get into details. I would just recommend people to read it, and whenever you just finish, you can just tell me how was your experience and how do you feel about yourself after reading it.
Yeah, yeah. It's it's super deep, man. That's a deep book. It, how to what? Reach that poor dad. Robert
Yeah,
Kiyosaki, if I pronounced it
yeah.
right. Yeah. But yeah, man, we are cheer 45 minutes mark. I don't want to take much of your time. It's been like an hour, 15 minutes of technical difficulties, but I don't want to take much of your time, man. I think this was a dope podcast. You brought a lot of value for a lot of people trying to start their own thing that are hesitating, just giving them that little push to just do it, man, because there's a lot to be done in the world and there's a lot to get from the world, and you just gotta have the right attitude, the right mindset, and you can literally like get whatever you want. It's all there for the taking. You just gotta be the right person to have it and have the right mindset. And you shared a lot of those mindsets here. Just start, have passion for it, have those people working with you, don't hesitate. And yeah, that's why I'm very happy with this podcast, man. It was a great episode 10. It was a great episode 10, man. How'd you feel about your first podcast appearance?
It was really. I was nervous at the beginning because, as you
Yeah.
said, it's my first time doing this, and especially we're doing it in English. I'm not used to talk a lot
Oh, yeah, yeah.
in English, but it was really nice. It was nice. It was a nice experience. I wish you all the success in what you're doing.
Alright,
It's
bro.
really interesting. I don't know anyone that's doing the same thing that you're doing out here. I know people that
Appreciate it.
are into podcasts outside, but not in Mozambique. So, my brother, keep it up. I hope you bring more people
100%.
that will impact lives, that will bring stories that, sometimes we just need to listen to someone's stories to change our story. So, I hope
Yeah.
you keep bringing people, not just artists and celebrities, but people that are doing something.
Yeah, yeah, that's the idea, man. That's the idea. Expand on who I bring different types of knowledge and experience. Because man, there's a lot of people out here and throughout the world that really have a lot of potential, man.
Yeah,
Really have a lot of potential, but
that's
just
true.
because they don't read the right book or they don't listen to the right person, they give up.
Exactly.
And man, that scares me, man. Seeing
Exactly.
people give up scares me, man. It's
The
man,
thing
that
is, the funny thing is that it's said that you should feed your mind and you should feed yourself with good content. It's not just
mm,
all about entertainment and gossips and stuff. And social media, it might be a poison and it might also be a jackpot.
yeah,
For example,
true.
if you follow the right people on your Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, you'll always be will always be getting where you want to get to. But if
Yeah,
you feed yourself with dirty and not good stuff, man,
yeah.
you're not going anywhere. And you see the right people going where you want to go, and you're gonna be behind. You're gonna be left behind.
Yeah, yeah, exactly, man. It's all
And
about what you're following, what
that's
you
the
keep
place that
pushing.
where you don't want to be. So just as you said, just get your attitude on, and you can change your story.
Yeah, 100%, man. That's a great point to end. Thank you, my guy. Thank you for making time for this once again. Thank you for all that you've been doing in the world with your brand, even without your brand. You're a great human being, man. You've always been a great dude, and I appreciate you for that, and appreciate you for putting the effort to, make an impact in the world and empower the people around you and all that, man.
Thank
Deeply
you, man.
appreciate you, man.
Thank you, man. That means a lot. Thank you so much. As I
100%,
said,
man.
I wish you all the success, and I'll be paying attention to your podcast from today
Oh, yeah,
onwards.
bro.
You can count on me.
Oh, yeah, 100% appreciate that, man, deeply, bro. For everybody listening, this was episode 10. I hope this was a special episode for y'all that you got a lot of value from it. And as you've seen, there's a bit of changes on the Instagram page, but expect changes all the time, man. I'm always trying to make things better. So, yeah, we had to make a few changes, but I hope you fuck with it and you enjoy what is still to come. Getting a lot of hard work trying to get you the best guests possibles from here, from abroad, and from everywhere. And stay tuned for the next episode, episode 11. All right, peace, bye, enjoy, have a good one. Bye, 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 bye.